Everyone's talking about landing new clients, making more money, but no one's actually telling you who or what is going to be paying you that money and how to get in front of them in the first place. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the missing ingredient that I see with any of the clients that we've ever worked with inside of Unorthodox, our agency. I'll also be walking you through the 5 steps of understanding your client and getting in front of the right people that makes it super simple and much, much easier to actually start making money with a coaching business or your agency or whatever service-based business you run. If you do ignore these 5 steps, you're going to be in the death loop of constantly trying to chase new clients, but not really getting any luck or making any progress and ultimately staying broke. Now, if you're new here and you're just starting out, I literally have nothing to sell you. So get your notebook out, get your pen out and take notes, execute on the stuff I'm about to show you. And if you are making over 5K per month, there's a link down below in the description. If you want to work with our agency and you want to see how we can help you more, click that link, blah, 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 you know the rest. So it's very likely that you are fully aware of how to go out and land clients. Client acquisition is relatively simple. You go out there, you send volume outreach, mass emails, mass LinkedIn DMs, mass Instagram DMs, maybe you run ads, maybe you go and create content. But there's one thing that no one is ever talking about because it's boring, but it pays you so much money when you get it right. And that is actually understanding who your ideal avatar of client is. We want to know what goals they have. We want to know what pain they're in. And then once we know all of these details, we can start to formulate an offer that is actually such a no-brainer for them and also willing to pay us a much higher price because we understand them so deeply. Not only that, when we really start to reverse engineer how we actually understand who we need to work with, we can start to paint a picture of where they're actually going to be online. If we know that all of a sudden our offer is perfect for accountants, chances are they're not going to be on Instagram. If we know that our offer is going to be perfect for farmers, I've never met a farming agency, but if it is perfect for farmers, chances are they're not going to be on YouTube watching YouTube videos. So we need to do this exercise before we do anything else inside of our agency or our coaching offer, because if we don't understand our audience, we don't understand the goals they have or the pain they're in, then it's going to be impossible to sign them as clients, or even if we do sign them as clients, actually make a good amount of money from them.
Inside of our own agency, we were always changing the way that we were working with clients. We were taking on different types of clients and doing different types of briefs and completing different types of projects. And what ended up happening is we would have to build teams out around all these individual clients that ultimately were never paying us that much money because, well, we didn't really understand what it was we was actually doing for them and how much value it actually brought them. So number one, it meant that we never really had a clear client acquisition strategy because we never really knew who we was going after and what we was actually going to sell them. We had never had a productized version of our offer where we knew exactly what we were charging and who we was charging it to and why they would pay us that money. And then also we never really had an opportunity to scale. Because we ignored this part, we was always kept in that 10K per month region because we were so busy building new skill sets around every single new client that we would ever land. So this is why it's so important to get right.
Now, the other thing about getting this right is when we perfect our messaging and when we understand who we're trying to get in front of and what pain they're in, what goals they have, everything that we do is then 10 times easier. Creating content online becomes easy. We have an audience that we know we're going after. And again, we've reverse engineered it so we know exactly what content we need to produce. Writing copy for your landing page is going to be easier because we're speaking to the pain points of our target avatar once we've worked out who that actually is. Creating a VSL is going to be easier. Writing content on LinkedIn, sending messages on cold emails, sending messages on LinkedIn as well. All of this stuff becomes so simple because we deeply understand who we're trying to get in front of and who our offer is right for. So the way that we find out who our ideal client is we actually have something called a pain index. Now, if you want me to create a full video on this pain index, I will do that. So let me know down below in the comments. But for this video, I just want to give you a brief overview of what it looks like and how it works, because it's going to make a lot of sense to you either way, whether I show you or I don't. So the way that it works is we essentially list out all of the dream outcomes that our client has, or at least the clients that we think we want to go out and work with. Let's say, for example, you want to work with personal trainers. You want to work with fitness coaches, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to build a document where you list out all of the dream outcomes that that fitness coach or personal trainer has. So maybe it's they want to land more clients. They want to land higher quality clients where they're attracting people that can pay more money. Maybe they want to up their prices. Maybe they want a business that ultimately works for them and they have coaches working underneath them. So what we can start doing, we can start to build this bank of dream outcomes of this ideal avatar and client that we actually want to go and work with. And then from there, we then work out the problems that they face in getting there. So if we know that they want to build a team and they want to bring in new personal trainers, and their dream outcome is to have this team that manages all the clients for them so they can just focus on their lifestyle content, or they can focus on actually just building the business rather than working inside of it. Well, we then need to look at what is that pain point? What is hard about them achieving that? Well, the difficult thing about achieving that is if their business isn't successful in the first place, it's going to be very difficult for them to be able to hire in a team. Hiring teams costs a lot of money. So maybe there's a problem with their pricing that we can help them fix. So if we know all of these pain points with these personal trainers, what we can start doing is we look at those problems that they have getting there. So if we know that personal trainers want to start landing more clients, well, we know a big problem of that is they probably don't have enough time to be doing client acquisition and managing lead generation when they're actually training clients, right? They're already busy handling these clients. So they've kind of hit this plateau where they can't go out there and land more business because, well, they're not techie people. Maybe they don't understand how to set up a funnel. Maybe they don't understand how to increase pricing and talk about this exercise that I'm talking to you about right now, where they really understand the best type of people that they should be working with and going after. Maybe right now they're working with people that can't afford to pay them higher ticket, meaning they've got to work with a higher volume of client to make the same amount of money. So what we can start doing is we lay out these goals, we lay out these pain points that they have, and then from there, we can kind of reverse engineer our offer. We can start to identify what are the biggest pain points, how can we solve them, do we even want to solve them with our offer? You know, rather than us just going out there and saying, yes, we run Facebook ads for personal trainers. Well, actually, no. Is there some way of us finding a smarter, more leveraged offer that is actually much bigger than just running Facebook ads, and it helps them achieve, you know, the actual goals that they want to achieve and is aligned with the problems that they're actually facing? And from there, just by answering those two things, what is the dream outcome and what is the pain points, we get this dream offer that is actually a no-brainer for people to take on. And the best thing about this is if you get this right, if you really, really understand who your ideal client is and what problems they're facing, you can charge so much more money. The way that I always like to look at this is I see so many people charging $500, $1,000 for agency clients. And what's going to happen is you're going to land 5 clients. If you do, by the way, that's great because it's pretty hard to land 5 clients if you're charging that much, in my opinion. What's going to happen is you're going to land those 5 clients. You're going to be making $5,000 per month. And then you're going to be so busy delivering for clients because you can't afford to pay for a new team member to come in because your pricing model is so bad because you don't actually know really the pain points you're solving and the value that you're bringing, that you're just never ever going to grow that business. And yeah, some people might be like, well, I want to make $5,000 per month, but most of you watching this video, I'm assuming probably want to make 50, 100, $200,000 per month. That is why you're sat here learning now. So you can start to see where I'm going with this. Everything that we're talking about today, understanding the pain points, understanding the dream outcomes, all feeds into our offer, which feeds into our pricing, which feeds into our content, feeds into the ads. It feeds into every single thing that we do inside of our business. So whatever you're doing, drop whatever your plans are today. If you was going to go out and send 50 emails or 100 LinkedIn DMs, stop, go and do this exercise instead. Dream outcomes, biggest pain point in getting there. How can you solve it? Do you want to solve it? How much is it worth to them? And then what are you actually going to charge them to do that? Now, like I said, once you do this, you can start to see where people actually are online as well. So if you know that you're targeting personal trainers and you've come to the realization that, oh, these guys aren't techie and they're actually spending all day long inside of the gyms training staff members, where are they going to be online? Probably not on LinkedIn. Probably not even watching YouTube videos. They're probably flat out. Chances are PTs are going to be on Instagram. That's where they're posting about themselves. That's the natural platform for people to go to when it's talking about like body and, you know, influencer type people that are talking about being fit and keeping healthy. So that is now the platform that we need to focus on. So all of a sudden, just by knowing our ideal client and understanding them deeper, we've now narrowed down our options for lead generation and client acquisition channels to just one place, which makes everything so much easier. We can focus on that and we will see 10 times the amount of results. So look, guys, if you want me to dig deeper into this client clarity system and you want to know more about this pain index that I'm talking about, let me know down below in the comments. But please, please, please do yourself a favor. Take a step back, look at who you want to be working with, look at the goals they have, look at the problems they have, and then come up with an offer that solves those problems that you know you can help them with and charge a nice price for it so you can actually start to scale. I hope this was helpful. If you do want to work alongside our agency and you want help implementing these systems into your business, click the first link in the description down below, book in a call with the team, and we can see if we're a good fit. See ya.